It's Christmas! Oh my gosh, it's Christmas.
Hi, I'm the Oblivial Mickey. No. No. Oh no. Oh, yeah! Hi, I'm the Oblivial Mickey.
You know those, slightly charming and slightly viscerally upsetting Christmas claymation movies that they've run on TV nonstop for the last 50 years? There's a company that did all of them. The Rankin Company. Did you know that there are 17 movies? I certainly did not know this, but now I have decided to watch them all. You got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the one where a heat miser and a snow miser sing a catchy song and nobody remembers anything else that happens over the rest of that entire hour. Or the one where a strapping young Santa Claus basically fights a German-ish tyrannical dictator. Oh, Rankin Bass, you've gifted me so much. You've gifted me a baby demigod with control over the flow of time. A donkey, but with long ears, though. Rudolph and Frosty's trying to save a circus while the bad guys in that film plot literal and multiple counts of murder. You've gifted me an actual high fantasy war over Santa Claus! And you've gifted me Christmas leprechauns. You have to know about the leprechauns! You have to know about the leprechauns! I love Rankin Bass Claymation. I want to share them with you so badly. I did not know about all of these. The good ones? Oh, they're so charming! And the bad ones, they're so much better. My holiday gift to you is this. The only problem is that I watched every single Rankin Bass holiday special 3 years ago. I recorded the script 3 years ago. That's why the audio is terrible. The audio is still terrible because my microphone is currently breaking. My microphone is currently, as we speak, breaking. So everything about this is always terrible. So 3 years later, I'm animating them, finally. If I ever animate like this again, I'm going to develop incurable hernias and bleed out internally. I like seeing the pictures, but I don't always like making them, you know? It takes a long time! It takes a long time to draw! I need this done, and I need to share it with you. You're gonna see some things. So I decided to watch every single Rankin Bass special and just kind of freak out about them in chronological order. Let me just show you what 3 years ago Mickey was thinking when they watched these things, so.
Yes, Christmas snuck up on us once again. It slithered above. How could you not have known? How could you not have realized? Could anyone have been prepared for the arrival of such an entity? What the heck? Ooh, that was not a normal sound. We're gonna pause there.
One of the batteries in my lamp just exploded. It's sizzling.
Oh my goodness, okay, well, that's Christmas stood behind you. It is time, best notice me, send Under the threat of Christmas's imminent approach, I figured I'd best take action to avoid incurring the wrath, in order to avoid incurring the good and righteous and just disappointment of Christmas. What better way to celebrate Christmas and to watch every single Rankin Bass Christmas special. What a great idea! Such a good idea! Truly, this is a healthy holiday pastime. Indeed! The Rankin Bass specials are beyond iconic and beyond bizarre. Not to give too much away, but there's no consistency in output. Quality can swing from the ideal Christmas poster child to a horrifying claymation fever dream. Watched a ton of these as a kid, but a lot were brand spanking new to me. Give you a little note by the title of each one that tells you when I first watched it if you want to check my bias. Figured I'd give a little rundown of each special in the order they were released. And if you hate what I have to say, well, gee, come on, it's Christmas. Christmas doesn't hate. Help! Spoiler warning for all the classic Rankin Bass. All of it. Spoiling it all. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, 1964. Don't know how, but I somehow missed this one as a kid. This is bizarre. To begin,
Comin, a random snowman narrator. He doesn't have any personal stake in the story. He's just kind of a peeping Tom or Rudolph stalker or something. Where did you get this story? Who are you? How do you know these people? Are you an eyewitness or a historian? What is your credibility, sir? Sam the Snowman tells us that Rudolph was born a freak and Daddy Donner did not take it well. What in the blazes of a cat-fried sandwich on swingers night at the Diamond Dozen? I can never be called a truly proper and masculine buck after siring a son with a sparkling schnoz. Meanwhile, at the Clauses... Eat! What is this? What is this? I'm never putting that on my sleigh. Well, mount my noggin and call me venison, eh? Fruit of my loins is a travesty against Santa. Yeah, so this Santa's a jerk. Almost everyone in the short is a jerk. Then there's this elf. He's Hermes. He doesn't want to make toys. He wants to be a dentist. The elves of the North Pole are obligated to create elaborate song and dance musical numbers for really no other purpose than to amuse Santa. Santa hates their work. Not sure where the future of their drama department lies. But Hermes doesn't go to this musical. Elf practice! So he gets yelled at and runs away. Oh no. Rudolph grows and goes to school. Meet Ado, Clarice. She's a little off-putting. Hear me out. Rudolph is like 10-ish, maybe in human years, and therefore has the voice of a stuffy-nosed kid. Clarice is also 10-ish or so in human years, and she has the voice of a sultry 30-year-old Hollywood woman. It's a disguise. She's a cougar. Run, Rudolph. Run. Rudolph's birth defect radiates its energy for all the world to see, and Santa turns to Donna.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
This Santa. And in my notes, I just wrote, Hermes unsettles me. He does unsettle me. Rudolph and Hermes meet and run away together. Rudolph is a kid. How old is Hermes? Should we be concerned? They find a miner, Yukon. He's looking for gold. To find it, he licks his pickaxe. Ew. They're all attacked by an abominable snowman, yada yada, and they find an island of misfit toys. The toys go,
We're broken and sad. You must help us.
We're adding an entirely new plot line more than halfway through the film, but alright, Sarah, guess this is happening. Rudolph and Hermes.
Wow, other misfits who understand us. This is amazing. Hey, King, can we stay here? No!
So the segregation between toys and non-toys remains firm, and the three non-toys must leave, but promise to help the toys.
Even though the toys wouldn't help them. They're in a cave, and Rudolph has the brilliant idea of,
Hey, I'll abandon my friends.
That's it. So he leaves them in the unforgiving icy tundra, arrives home, learns that his parents and the totally a child and not an adult in disguise girlfriend, Clarice, have been missing for months. Looking for him? Oh, yikes. Sorry, Rudolph. They've long been turned into abominable snowman droppings by now. Oh, no? They're only now being attacked and eaten? Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Silly me. Clarice is facing her own mortality and doesn't take it well.
Why doesn't he get it over with?
Jeez, crow, that's dark. The solution? An uneducated, uncertified, and completely untrained dentist rips all the teeth out of the abominable snowman. Then Yukon gets excited and dives off a cliff with the bumble. For some reason, everyone who's not dead via cliff goes home to a big welcome. Hermes is still not qualified to actively practice dentistry, but does so regardless. Yukon immediately shows up not minutes after dying. Santa gives into societal pressure to maintain a specific body image. It's foggy. Rudolph becomes useful, and then they fly away into the night, grabbing the misfit toys and giving them to the children before ever fixing their defects, which is not a good business model for the world's foremost toy maker. Worth it for the bizarreness, I suppose. Kids will like it. Won't say it's good, but it's too insane to be bad. The Little Drummer Boy, 1968, aka Tragedy the Claymation. Disembodied narrator voice tells us that arsonists burn down Aaron's house and murder his parents, causing him to harbor a hatred for all of humanity. His only friends are animals. He's kidnapped into a circus where his captors forcibly make him sing and dance after painting a smile onto his face because the weight of the world's burdens have already etched themselves deeply onto the boy's skin. His camel is sold off. His lamb is struck by a cart and mortally wounded. And then Aaron sees baby Jesus and plays his drum. Oh, and his lamb comes back to life. Yay. Great soundtrack. As a child viewer, I hated it so much. Holy crow, it's a half-hour celebration of the miseries of an orphan street child. Oh, my empathy glands. My poor empathy glands.
Yes, empathy comes from glands. I know science. Shoot.
Terrible for kids. But rewatching as an adult, I kind of liked it. It's very sweet. The poor kid was able to bring a little joy into the world he used to hate. Soundtrack is lovely and even fun. But by golly, don't let the kiddies watch.
Funny side note, while in a thrift store, there was not one, not two, not even three, not four, but five! 5 different copies of The Little Drummer Boy. Why did you have 5? So, of course, after finding 5 copies in one thrift store, I had to go to every single thrift store in my city to try and find more Little Drummer Boys. I only found one more, but I did find another Little Drummer Boy on VHS in my hometown. There were 6 copies of The Little Drummer Boy on VHS in my city. Nobody wants this movie. Like, it just, his lips, I don't like it. There was only one other Claymation, VHS that I was able to find at all. That was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Which means that out of the holiday, Claymation videos, 86% of them were The Little Drummer Boy.
Frosty the Snowman, 1969.
Yeah! It's cold and snowy. Yeah, it's the best kind of snow, too. I like snow. Yeah? Snow! Click the fuck-a-wabbit. Oh, no. Oatmeal? Oatmeal?
Whoa, these child actors are bad. This one was brand new to me. Never seen it before. Narrator Jimmy lets us know that there's a magician who's really bad at magic. But he has a real magic hat. Question! Why did he have a real magic hat? Why was he so bad at magic if he had a real magic hat? What is the origin of the magic hat? Is the original owner not searching for the life-bestowing magic hat that somehow found its way outside of his possession? Does Frosty's personality come from the magic hat or the snow? Can the magic hat bestow life only to a single entity, or can it be used repetitively? Will the magic hat only give life to snow? What would happen if we put the magic hat onto an already sentient being? Like a human child? What would happen if we put the magic hat on a human child? Would it become a superhuman child, or just a double human child? Would the child turn into a snowman? Would it become a snow child? Do we need to be concerned about possible demonic influence? So the movie yada yadas a bit, Frosty comes to life, and his first thought, I fear death. To the train station to delay the man's inevitable death. On the way there, Frosty causes a policeman to choke on a whistle and die. Frosty stows away on a train, and so does a kid named Karen. Why? I don't know. Karen gets cold, starts to die, I think, forces Frosty to get off the train. Why did she come in the first place? I don't know. Didn't all Frosty have to do was ride the train to get to the North Pole? Yes. Can he do that now? No. Why is Karen here? I don't know. Is this a felony? Probably. They're chased by the magician who wants the hat back to do magic, which he could have been doing before. A huge plot point of the movie revolves around animals building a campfire. Riveting. The magician chases Frosty and Karen into one of those typical remote snow-covered forest greenhouses that are just, scattered about America. Cut to the next scene and Frosty is dead. Karen weeping over his puddles. This means she had to watch her friend slowly melt away in agony as he gave her his final words, powerless to stop it. I fear death. I fear death. I fear death. My personality is just I fear death. They could have just broken the glass because of greenhouse. Then Santa shows up.
Oh, it's okay. Each year life ebbs and flows, and what leaves one the next incarnation of Christmas snow is sure to hold just your friend Frosty must also merge into the new year.
Then Santa refreezes Frosty. Why do you bother to give us a reincarnation spiel then? It is Christmas Eve and you are on a tight schedule, my friend! Santa uses the no more toys threat on the magician, the man guilty of committing premeditated murder of a sentient being. And this works, so he's a good guy now, the end. This one's not good. It's not good. Santa Claus is coming to town, 1970. Narrator mailman Fred Astaire gives us the story of Santa's origin. And unlike random Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer snowman narrator, Mr. Astaire actually has credibility because he's the guy who delivers letters to Santa and would therefore know Santa and be able to ask him questions about his past directly. My point is, Snowman has no ethos. So, a baby is left for the leader of Sombertown, the Bürgermeister Burger, to look after. And Bürgermeister Burger is like, yeah! So one of his subordinates, basically a German World War I officer, takes the baby and brings it into the woods for some reason. He, of course, loses the baby, because who can keep track of a baby in the woods, am I right? forest animals go, "Gah, baby!" The winter warlock resides in these woods, and he likes to pick on babies, apparently. So the animals take the baby to the Kringles, a family of forest elves. Baby Kris Kringle grows up, learns to make toys, wears his adopted family's signature red suit, and learns to laugh from... seals? Oh, okay. The little elves can never get past the winter warlock to take the toys into town, but now that Kris is a man and tall and stuff, he can do it. Kris aways to Somber Town, and I absolutely love how dismal this place looks. Everything is gray and dirty and miserable, which is the perfect fairy tale-esque setting for a red-suited jolly man to come in with his laughter and joy. To add to the whimsy, the Burgermeister trips on a toy. And outlaws them all. Typical. We get some great settings, music, reprises, nice overture at the beginning. The actors are good. This whole movie just has a feeling of classic whimsy to it, and it's great. But Santa probably doesn't need to sing a song about requiring children to kiss him in payment for their gifts. That part, The Burgermeister is a great, exaggerated villain. Oh, who doesn't hate a man who denies children their toys? And par for the course, as Santa goes home and is confronted by the Winter Warlock, he solves his problems with generosity. Just like he did before with Lady Francesca. The Winter Warlock is like, "No one's ever given me a gift before. And my heart melts and I'm a pool of Christmas. Aww. You're welcome, Winter Warlock. Could you call me Winter?" Not a chance. The Burgermeister. Just a German villain stereotype, really. My goodness. He locks doors. Gah! So Kris goes down chimneys. Gah! He searches houses. Gah! So Kris hides toys in stockings. Gah! Great fairy tale explanations for objectively really weird Christmas traditions. Oh yeah, and there's a penguin too. He doesn't matter. His only purpose is to be a hostage so that Santa gets arrested. Then they use Winter's magic feed corn to make Reindeer fly and escape from jail. Thank you, Winter Warlock. Could you call me Winter? Not on your life. They decorate a tree for a winter wedding. Santa is officially an outlaw, so in order to hide from the law, he grows a beard and flees to the North Pole. Our vision of Santa comes from the fact that he's an outlaw. Yes! Takes on the name Claus that he was given at birth to evade the law. Makes sense. Santa doesn't even have to defeat the Burgermeister. Time just sort of removes him and his family from power and memory. May time consume the very memory of your flesh ever having walked upon this earth. Neat. So classic, so sweet, really neat special. Recommend for all y'all. The Year Without a Santa Claus, 1974. So we all know this one, right? Right. Do we? Do we really? Tell me the plot. No, don't sing the song. Tell me the plot. In detail. Can't do it, can you? Mrs. Claus narrates the story. Jelly beans, Rankin Bass likes narrators. According to her husband is griping. It's a Thanksgiving and I'm sick and I'm not even going to try and get better even though I have an entire month before Christmas. Nobody cares about me. Nobody cares about Christmas. I'm just gonna stay in bed and let's just cancel Christmas. Nobody cares. I'm going to bed. So Santa's depressed, which is honestly heartbreaking. Then Mrs. Claus sings a song about how she could be Santa. I've always wanted to be Santa, to bring toys to the children. It's my lifelong desire to be Santa. Just once. Gasp! Mrs. Claus? Woman is immediately shamed into abandoning her dream. So that went nowhere. Her next bright idea? Send the two direly incompetent elves on a baby reindeer out into the world with no instruction other than find leftover Christmas spirit from last year. Maybe she's just trying to get rid of the witnesses who saw her plotting to overthrow Santa. Santa stirs. I was a mumble, grumble, complain, and mumble, grumble. What's going on? Nothing that need concern you. Then immediately, poor Jingle, poor Jangle. I see you playing your games, woman. You purposefully endangered the lives of 2 elves and a baby reindeer just to get your husband out of bed. Clever girl. The elves crash land because of the misers. Then they get a ticket for having a reindeer and wearing funny clothes on a Sunday. We are in the South, folks. Dress up Vixen as a dog and she gets taken to the pound.
Fine, go get the elves. Subtlety is lost on you, my dear.
Goes to town, finds a boy.
I don't believe in Santa!
Santa sneezes on the kid, is invited to dinner, sings a song about believing in self, then he jumps on a reindeer and flies off into the distance.
I'll guess I believe in Santa now.
The elves and boy, for some reason, go talk to the mayor to get their rain dog out of the pound. They strike a deal. This is the deal.
By my mayoral power, I do declare that all the mayors in all the world will unanimously and undoubtedly believe that y'all are elves, and thereby declare an international holiday for Santa.
Alright, and let y'all's reindeer out of the pound? Which is really the only thing y'all came to talk to me about in the first place. Don't know where I'm getting these grand notions about worldwide mayoral holiday declaration. Is it obvious that I have higher political aspirations than just remaining the mayor of a humble little town like this?
All these things I shall do if you 2 elves can manage to make it snow in the South. Good deal?
Good deal.
I need to peg Mayor Donaldson of Southborough with a snowball between the eyes.
I need that.
However,
this whole snow deal is ultimately pointless. The elves just want their reindeer back. They're not too concerned with declaring international holidays or hurrying along climate change. And while the elves are busy getting dragged into the mayor's scheme to claim political renown and power, Santa just pays a fine, takes off Vixen's disguise, proves she's a reindeer, and takes her home. You know, without tempting fate by meddling with the laws of nature herself. So Mrs. Claus is here now, I guess, and she takes Jingle, Jangle, and Boy Ignatius. He does nothing from this point forward, so why is he even going? Why is he here? Why do we keep kidnapping children in these movies? To the Miser Brothers. Catchy song, stepbrothers bickering, dance numbers with armies of little U's, onwards to Mama Nature. Which begs the question, if the Misers are stepbrothers, who is Father Nature number 1? Who is Father Nature number 2? Movie! You imply juicy details, but do not provide? How dare you, Rankin Bass Christmas special? How dare you? So they all agree to let it snow in the South and scorch in the North Pole. But they don't know that Vixen is already at the North Pole, which means that they're still putting the baby reindeer at risk. This poor little guy. It snows, people sing, nobody ever goes to check with the pound to get Vixen out, which was the whole point of this. So what is happening? International holiday for Santa. Kids give gifts to Santa, I guess. One girl writes a sad letter. Then Santa declares Christmas is back on and that everybody had emotional turmoil for nothing. Then he wakes up. The whole thing was a dream! Remember that little detail? No, I didn't think so. You were too distracted by catchy miser jingles and dance numbers. The whole thing's a dream. It's all a lie, I tell you. It's all a lie. No, unhand me. We can't go on like this. Make it stop, no! Make it stop! In summary, Santa dreamt that his wife narrated a story in which he was sick, canceled Christmas, Mrs. Claus wanted to overthrow his reign, a reindeer was impounded. The elves and his wife made a deal with the mayor to make it snow in the South to get the reindeer back, but Santa just went and took the reindeer back himself, and then Mrs. Claus and the elves made a deal with the nature gods to switch weather in various hemispheres, causing an international holiday to be declared amongst the world wide web of mayors, so children give presents to Santa instead of vice versa, until a girl cried and drew a blue Christmas tree, and Santa called off his vacation and then woke up. This begs the question, are the Miser Brothers real, or are they just dream beings? Is anything we see in the short reel inadmissible in the Rankin Bass Santa Claus canon? Is the Claus's marriage at risk? Is Mother Nature? Is Jingle? Is Jangle? Is Vixen? Is Snow? Is Dream? I can't! It's too much! Santa. Go to therapy. Great special. Nonsensical and as meandering as the line of ants following a trail of sugar that spilt out of the back pocket of a roaming toddler. That's what makes it a classic. All right, hi. I'm back with Rankin Bass Menagerie of narrators and Christmas characters.
This is not 4 parts. One part video. Let's just pretend it's not awkward that I'm gonna do like another introduction in like 2 seconds. That's not art. We can do that, right? You can pretend it's not awkward. Okay. Thank you. Yes, okay. Thank you. Yes, they go.
This was all originally going to be one video, but nope, I couldn't stop my word vomit, so it's now 4.
It's not 4 parts. It's one part. Ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
This is a healthy holiday hobby. I swear! Ah!
I'm okay.
It was the night before Christmas, 1974. Human Dad narrator. Oh my gosh. I believe that the Rankin Bass industry single-handedly kept the narrator class from going extinct in the 70s. Well, Human Dad narrator lets us know that the whole town is in an uproar because Santa got a mean letter.
Well, if this kid doesn't like me, then phooey to the whole town. Send their letters back. They won't be getting any presents from me, that's for sure.
So Human Dad, we gotta make a clock tower sing or Santa will hate us forever. So Mayor.
Citizen, they're not allowed in here.
So he's gonna have a long career. Meanwhile, Mouse Dad, why, the mean letter was written with long words.
Long words. Long words. Long words.
Oh no! Soviet Russia much? The only one capable of using long words in this town is Mouse Son, and now everyone hates him. Communism! Mouse Son thinks that Christmas is illogical. Mouse Dad disagrees with examples.
Here's our first example of how you ruined everyone's Christmas with your opinions.
That's so good. Oh my gosh. Then they immediately show weeping children in an orphanage. Oh my gosh, this is great. Okay. Then the short 180s and goes all sweet and heartfelt on us. Clock tower's built, doesn't work, singing, Mouse Son breaks clock, fixes clock, Santa's Twitter rage is appeased, and everyone is saved. Or, not saved, but they get presents, so yay. Then they do the poem. Okay. Everyone in the short blames Mouse Son, when clearly this is all Santa's fault. One mouse's opinion, and the whole town gets the axe when we let Santa take the reins. Oh my gosh. Santa really is a communist. No wonder he doesn't like big words. The First Christmas. The story of the first Christmas snow. 1975. Narrator and nun looks out the window on a green winter day. Ah, snow. I remember snow. Oh God! Boy just got struck down! The Lord has arrived and he is vengeful! Gaggle of panicked nuns run and bring the crispy boy back down to the church and put him in the priest's bed. Do they take him to a hospital? No. No, they do not. Boy Lucas was literally struck blind, and the nuns just kind of look at him. What is this? Why is there a boy in my bed? This is all why I don't understand. He was struck by lightning. Then why isn't he in a hospital? Yes! Thank you! The hospital is like hours away. Then get going, you lazies! Almighty gracious heavens, jelly beans, avocado. So Lucas is blind. The priest is like, off to an orphanage, a blind child. The nuns are like, no. Lucas is like, I'm blind! And then a bunch of other children are here. I guess this is also a school. And they decorate for Christmas with the nuns' help. So, of course, the priest sees this and sings a song about how you shouldn't celebrate Christmas too early or decorate too early. Everyone is like, oh, okay. And they smile and sing while happily taking down the decorations they had just finished putting up. What? Man's a Catholic. Blind boy gets friend, bullies steal his sheep. Oh yeah, he has sheep. Bullies lose sheep, feel bad, help get sheep back. Okay, that went nowhere. Then some sort of witchcraft-infused snowflakes touch Lucas's face, and his sight is restored. That or the power of baby Jesus. It was unclear.
It was the first Christmas snow because it was the first snow that Lucas ever got to see because blind, and it was the first Christmas because orphan.
Dad. No. Rudolph's Shiny New Year, 1976.
Urgent! Emergency! World-ending conundrum come to our door.
What?
Baby New Year's gone AWOL!
Gosh!
Only you can save him, Rudolph.
What?
It's still foggy out. Only you can see your way through this fog.
Why don't I just lead your sleigh again so we can look together? I mean, that would be a lot faster, and you're the one who knows when every child is sleeping or awake. If anyone can find a runaway baby, it'd be you, Santa. I mean, isn't that why Father Time called you in the first place? I mean, if Happy the Baby New Year ran away, maybe he's going through some sort of emotional crisis, and who better to help a kid feel better during the holidays than Santa Claus? I literally just got finished guiding your sleigh for the first time, so I'm not even famous yet or anything. I don't even have a song written about me yet. It seems to me that this is the same timeline as my last adventure, which means that I've literally just returned from wandering the wilderness, defeating an abominable snowman, meeting my parents and strange female friend for the first time in over a year, and then flying all across the whole world all night long. Well, I'm not sure if I'm physically or emotionally fit enough to undergo this desperate missive. I'm pretty sure we should put our best foot forward in this search, considering the future timeline of all of humanity and Earth is hanging in the balance.
Santa has to oversee elf practice!
So our narrator, Father Time, tells us that Rudolph sets out to meet with Father Time and is joined by General Ticker and Camel Clock, aka the Great 5:15.
Can I call you Court?
A vulture, Eon the Terrible, plots to kidnap the baby New Year to stop the flow of time. Eon can only live an eon, and his time will run out this coming New Year. Steal baby? Live forever? Clever premise! Considering this bird is nearly an eon old, we can safely assume he's vastly intelligent and is an absolute mastermind, with connections all around the globe, the likes of which are impossible to compete against. Or he just flies around looking menacing. That works too. Father Time's castle. General Ticker and the Great 5:15 go away somewhere for the rest of the movie. Happy's got big ears and people laugh. He's an outcast. Father Time sings a song and we have to watch a baby grow old and pretty much die over the course of a single year. Then he makes some passing comments on the nature of space-time.
For the passing of time is awe-inspiring. It's the one certain thing in all the universe.
You see, I don't think gravity.
It is all just math. Where do baby New Year's come from? This man here calls himself Father Time, so we can assume that he's the one who sires this ongoing march of babies who grow into elders in a single year's time. But then, who is the birth giver? Father Time and Mother Nature? Oh, boy! We know that Mother Nature has two other children, the Miser stepbrothers, which means that one of the two came into the family via marriage and... Red hair! Red hair! Oh! Father Time has red hair! Confirmed! Father Time is Heat Miser's biological gene giver. Heat Miser is the product of Father Time plus unknown mother. Then Father Time remarried Mother Nature. They have all the baby New Years together. Father Time cares more about the baby New Years than he cares about Heat Miser because they only last a year. And Father Time's like, well, I only have a year to be a good father to this lot, but Heat Miser will last a bit longer, I guess. So, priorities. Heat Miser develops anger issues. He takes them out on his stepbrother, Snow Miser, and Snow Miser therefore must be Mother Nature plus unknown father's biological son. And, well. The race is on! Rudolph and Eon are off to search the archipelago. Rudolph and Eon are off to search the archipelago of years gone by for a Happy the Baby New Year. Yay for the creative premise, I like it. Rudolph, despite the massive stakes, is still alone for some reason. He steals a boat, gets attacked by Eon, who somehow found out about Rudolph's plan. I'm telling you, the bird has connections. Rudolph is saved by Big Ben the whale.
Get in my mouth. It's safe in there.
Okay. What?
I said it's difficult to speak with an ungulate resting on one's tongue.
Then how'd you just say that, then? Hey! You're so petty. Let me up top.
All right, then. Oh, right.
Rudolph is not swooped up by a vulture, but goes to the island 1 million BC, where he meets a caveman who speaks excellent 1970s 80 American English. He's an upbeat sort of caveman.
Everybody's happy!
No. Caveman says happy to been there. He saved a baby pterodactyl as it was hatching. Which begs the question, does time progress on these islands? Are there days? If births can occur, can newborns grow old? Or do they reset after a year passes? Does everyone lose the memories they accumulated over that year? How does this work? Next island, 1023, the year of fairy tales. That's so precious. Every single fairy tale took place this year, from Cinderella's ball to Humpty Dumpty's fall, to Kappa's pulling cucumber souls out your butt, to Sleeping Beauty's century of sleep. Time. So weird and fluid. Don't think about it too much. Also, when did animals lose the ability to speak then, huh? Or did the talking animals sail off westward with the elves, except for the reindeer? I have so many questions.
I just don't want to draw anymore! I've already animated 30 minutes. That's a lot! I think I'm gonna cry. No, I'm not drawing this whole thing. You can't make me. We're gonna do a little visual extravaganza to save my mental state. From here on out, my favorite parts I've drawn. Got a couple storyboards for visuals, clips from the videos, and whatever else I decide to do to make this visually interesting. And there's still some more animation, so it's gonna be okay. I have about 5 days before I'm supposed to post this video, and I haven't finished. I've only edited like 20 minutes right now.
Happy pulls a Goldilocks and the bears find him. Little Bear tells Happy that he plays pretend wrong, laughs at ears, runs away, yada yada. Rudolph and gang hop to 1776, where Sev just told Happy that
Every day is the 4th of July.
Whoa. So one single day is chosen from the course of an entire year to play on repeat on an island in the middle of the ocean indefinitely? That's our world-building standard. Is everyone on the island aware of this phenomenon? Is it only the island's leader, the past baby New Year of that year? Is it only that leader who's aware? Does anyone age? If someone is giving birth on the 4th of July, 1776, are they doomed to perpetual agony for all eternity? Is Eon just trying to end this never-ending cycle of torture by halting the progression of time and thereby freeing the island's inhabitants from torturous stagnation? And if these inhabitants, or at least the past baby New Years of these islands, are physically able to leave their designated years anytime they so choose, why do they willingly submit to reliving the same day over and over and over again? This is an archipelago of time loops. I'm expecting to see an apathetically resigned man in a buggy barrel down the 4th of July parade any moment now. Groundhog strapped in the passenger seat, careening off a cliff in a vain attempt to embrace death. I have questions. I wrote down, Rudolph sings a song? I don't remember writing that down. I just watched this a couple weeks ago. I've watched this special more than any of the others. What song is this? I didn't remember it when I was writing it down, and I can't remember it now. What song? Eon kidnaps Happy. Rudolph gang gives chase.
You gotta know about this? This is what Eon the Vulture sounds like.
Happy is depressed because bullying, Eon avalanches, and snowballs are heroes. No! Oh, Rudolph! Oh, no! Oh, there he is. Hey, Rudolph, where are you going? Buddy, aren't you gonna melt your friends out too? No? Oh, okay.
Hi.
Then the snowflakes sing Rudolph's song to introduce him to Happy. But Rudolph only saved Christmas 6 days ago, which means that the snowflakes are making the song up on the spot. This song about a glowing-nosed reindeer who helped an old man fly around the world and go down people's chimneys. Props to the snowflakes. And Rudolph just has to stand there, underneath an Eon old vulture who's about to die by turning into ice and snow, with the incarnate representations of the years 1 million BC, 1023 AD, and 1776 AD bundled up in snowballs at the foot of a mountain near a whale with a clock in its tail, listening to Snowflake sing an improvised song about himself to what basically amounts to a baby demigod with control over the flow of time, with big ears, and a top hat. This is a weird movie. Rudolph and Happy bond over being outcasts, whose appearances make others chortle. Eon sees Happy's ears, laughs, frees our past year incarnation friends by smushing them, and laughs for all eternity. Turns out that the key to immortality is laughter. Ha. Ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. The midnight bongs of the new year ring out, and Rudolph goes, "Oh!"
I'm here to save the day and get you all the way to Father Time's castle before the clock strikes midnight. Aren't I wonderful?
Whoa, Santa. Are you trying to tell me that you're proposing to take us all the way back to the castle from this location? A journey that has taken me at least 6 entire days and nights, and less than the time that it takes for the giant clock to strike 12, which if you consider it to chime at the same rate as Big Ben in London, is only about 50 seconds in length, not counting the chimes that have already begun in the background as we speak? Why, Santa? Why?
Elf practice!
Ah!
So Rudolph and friends saved the new year. Yay! We wish you a wonderful 19 new year. This thing is still airing. And the end. Insane. Legitimately good. I like this one.
All right, I did it! I've devoured the entirety of the Rankin Bass Christmas collection. Now I can go and...
What? I only covered 3 specials in this video? I spent 11 minutes just on Rudolph's Shiny New Year. Why would I do that? No, it was not a rhetorical question. I'm only halfway done.
So, let's jump right on into more Rankin Bass, shall we?
We left off at number 14, the none too remarkable white bass, the fish ambassador of Oklahoma. Above it in the bass rankings is the giant sea bass. Imposter bass. It still because it has the word giant, which immediately makes it superior to the undersized, salt-intolerant, whiny guppy white bass. Ranked above the giant sea bass is the Japanese sea
The Little
bass.
Drummer Boy,
Book
Book 2, 1976.
Begins. Narrator gives us no recap of the first movie. I mean, they don't give us much of a recap for Rudolph's Shiny New Year, but it's Rudolph. We know Rudolph. We good. Little Drummer Boy, we just start at the manger with this kid or woman, voice actor change, and he's like, wow, I sure do feel changed. Changed from what? We don't know. You didn't tell us, narrator. That's literally your job, and you failed. One of the wise men.
Hey, I'm a king. Random child, come with me. We're going to go get Simeon. He makes bells and needs to ring them because the Messiah's here. Yeah, okay.
We are the Romans! Tax, tax, tax!
Then a centurion sings a song about the evils of capitalism and how he longs to return to the barter system. So the king, a man of wisdom, and Simeon, an expert craftsman, send the drummer boy into the Roman camp to distract them. The Romans steal his drum and burn it before his eyes.
Oh my gosh!
There's at least not as much death and misery in this as the original. But cheese and crow, that's the last gift that the kid's parents gave him before they were brutally slaughtered before his eyes. Not that we'd know that. Narrator. Meanwhile, the adults watch the boy suffer from atop the hill. The animals steal the bells back. Smart animals. Errand boy is emotionally wrecked. And how is he comforted?
And soon the little drummer boy realized that the event that was about to occur far overshadowed his small problem.
Then Simeon plays his musical instrument, which Aaron retrieved by sacrificing his own musical instrument. Because... Jesus?
But what? No! Jerk!
Then they give Aaron a new drum to replace the one his parents gave him. You know, the drum that he played for baby Jesus, who brought his lamb back to life and reminded him that not all of humanity is evil. And Aaron is like, yeah, gee, thanks.
Frosty's Winter Wonderland, 1976.
Start off with, whoa! Are you gonna eat that child? Oh, don't smother it! Okay, I'm scared. Our possibly cannibalistic narrator lets us know that Frosty is back, but Jack Frost shows up and he's all,
Oh, why do they all love Frosty? I'm jealous of their love.
which begs the question, why do these kids just dismiss Jack Frost so quickly? All Frosty can do is belly slide. Jack Frost is winter incarnate. Jack Frost is winter. Hands down, no contest. Frosty's kind of lame. Oh, Jack Frost immediately jumps to murder as the solution to his envy problem. Okay, maybe those kids got a point. Frosty gets lonely when he's not with his friends. Solution?
You know what you need, Frosty? A wife.
They began to build a beautiful snow wife designed to Frosty's very own specifications.
Ew. Frosty makes flowers and brings Crystal to life? Yay. So it doesn't have to be a magic hat? Frosty can just will snow people to life? Is it exclusive to snow? What are Frosty's intentions? Can he bring as many snow people to life as he wants, or is there a limit? Are the new snow people bound to Frosty's will, or do they have full self-determination? Is no one else troubled by this? You! What say you to this?
That's impossible! Isn't it?
Yes, according to the world-building rules previously established, yes, it is impossible. So the snow couple want to get married, and they ask a priest to do the honors.
Dear me, I didn't know you were snow persons. I'm only allowed to marry real persons.
Racist. Okay, wow. Now there's a snowman of religious leaning who is alive, and does this not affect his religious beliefs? Why is no one else concerned here? The singularity is upon us, and they are increasing in number.
Oh, they ask Jack Frost to be their best man. That's so sweet, even though they don't know him at all. Yay, kindness.
Then the policeman sees Frosty. I'm not surprised by a living snowman anymore.
Oh, good.
Snow wife! Chokes on his whistle and dies again. Why is a snow wife more surprising than a snow bachelor? That's the end. I don't get it. Nestor, the long-eared Christmas donkey, 1977. Narrator donkey talks about his ancestor, Nestor, who had long ears.
Outcast story, yay.
Owner tries to sell him to some Romans.
We are the Romans! Long ears!
Owner throws Nestor and Mother out in a blizzard. Nestor's mother shelters Nestor from the storm by laying on him. She dies on top of her son! Oh. Nestor then leaves his mother's corpse and finds a cherubim who explains,
Cherubims speak to animals, and angels speak to humans.
Okay. The movie says Nestor knew that she was a true friend because she didn't laugh at his ears. Or she's a sociopath. The point? Raise your friendship standards above doesn't laugh at ears. Then the cherubim leaves. Then great donkey mama in the sky!
Here's Nestor.
Nestor transports Mama Mary and the end. So, Nestor is to Jesus what Rudolph is to Santa. Just with a ton of slow, boring country songs instead of upbeat Christmas ones. The Stingiest Man in Town, 1978. A Christmas Carol. With, one song about Santa and one about Jesus. What do you want me to say? Not bad. Not good. Songs are fine. B-A-H humbug, narrator extraordinaire. I think there's a lot of demon possession going on.
Oh, God, make it stop. Why? Oh, why do they suffer so?
If you want a children's Christmas Carol, I say skip in favor of the Mickey Mouse or Muppet versions. And you should not eat that bird. It died of plague.
There never was such a bird.
Jack Frost, 1979. Do you want to know about Jack Frost? Want to know why the groundhog punks up? Whoa. Punks. That's a lot of letters. Why the groundhog punks a Tawny Phil? We're gonna need a new groundhog. Phil is dead. Phil's so dead.
Oh my God.
We're gonna need a new groundhog. We can't let this get out. Want to know why the groundhog, pardon me, Pete, always seems to see his shadow on February 2nd, even though it's rarely sunny? Want to know why he prolongs our winter every year? Well, I mean, he's lazy and he wants to sleep. Well, he'll tell you, 'cause he's our narrator for the evening.
Whoa, boy! I've never had a narrator before!
So Pardon Me Pete tells us that way back when, there was an evil ruler, Gobla Kraus, king of the Cossacks. And, is this why they don't show this on television anymore? No, the Burgermeister is just as bad, so, I don't know. Gobla Kraus loves money, and he can smell pennies that pumpkin peasants... They're called pumpkin peasants. That pumpkin peasants have hidden away in sleeves. He takes all money and puts in large pile in castle so that he can look and go, ha ha ha, I am greatest in world. Isn't that right, Domi, my only friend?
Oh, yeah, Gobla. You're so strong and handsome and rich, and you have most luscious and thick facial hair in all of kingdom. You are best, and I'm not just saying that because I'm being controlled by your hand up my rectum.
Oh, Domi, that's so sweet of you. I am amazing, aren't I?
Yes, so that's what I just said.
Oh, yes, Domi. Tell me more about how wonderful I am.
You're so amazing that all other Cossacks in your castle ran away.
Tommy, why do you say this?
No! Oh no! They didn't leave because they couldn't stand you. That would be ridiculous. That is what pumpkin peasants say. Not me, not your dummy. No, not that they couldn't stand you. They couldn't stand your smell.
What? My smell?
It smells like tulips and Cossacks fear tulips.
Tommy, your comments are confusing me.
Oh, God.
Tommy, tell me I'm amazing.
Oh, you're so amazing, Kubla. You made an entire army of mechanical animals and servants to replace all the ones who left you because they hated you so much. Oh.
What was that, Tommy?
You tell me, Kubla, you're the one who's talking to yourself.
I hate you, Tommy.
Jack Frost, the invisible winter spirit, saves the life of Elisa, the woman he's fallen madly in love with, who says she loves him back for saving her, though he's invisible and she's got no proof he's even real. Jack gets all flustered and goes to Father Winter to ask to be human. Winter is like, fine, but dude, being a human is not easy. I'm gonna make you work. If you want to stay human and put me out of my best employee, you're gonna need a house, a horse, a bag of gold, and a wife by spring.
Oh, gee, that's a little steep, don't you think? I mean, I always think it's best to date for at least a year before making any rash decisions.
You will find happiness or you'll stay here and work for me, you beautiful snow wraith.
Oh.
Go get her, man.
Hi, I'm a tailor.
And take your friends with you. What if you get lonely?
So we get a brief look at a very imaginative snowmaking kingdom. Then we learn about the seasonal, icicle-based coin economy. It's too whimsical, I love it. Then a knight in golden armor waltzes in. Elisa is starstruck. Everyone sings a lovely song about pretending to give and receive perfect Christmas presents because they're too poor to afford real presents. My heart. And Elisa gets kidnapped by Kubla Kraus.
Tommy told me you would be good wife for Kubla.
Whoa, don't throw me under the bus here, Kubla.
Tommy said so, and now I kidnap you.
Off to save Elisa. But Jack and friends are captured. Golden Knight saves Elisa, but Kubla is going to send an army of metal knights to ransack the village. Jack relinquishes humanity to create a blizzard, freezing the army in place. This works until spring, but Jack needs it to last longer. So pardon me, Pete, who controls the arrival of spring, for some reason, sees his demonic shadow, is terrified, goes back to sleep, which he likes, so he keeps doing it year after year. And winter keeps on going. Then winter ends. Jack wants to be human again. He fights Kubla and impersonates Dami.
Yo, knights, walk off cliff.
They do. Jack's got a house, a metal horse, a bag of gold, and he goes to get a wife. He gets to Elisa's house, and she's marrying the Golden Knight because she loves him. It's spring, and his time is up. Jack Frost loses his humanity. To say goodbye, Jack sends a little snow her way, and Elisa's bouquet of roses turns from red to silver.
What was that?
An old friend kissed the bride.
Oh, white hair? Father Winter? We found him, folks! My money is on Father Winter. Dude must be Snow Miser's bio daddy, what with the whole god of cold thing. Doesn't seem to acknowledge Snow Miser's existence. Well, why do you think Snow Miser loves Santa so much? Santa's the father that Snow Miser always wanted. But Father Winter was never there for him. No, because it's always winter somewhere, but never where Snow Miser is. Jack Frost is Father Winter's favorite. Snow Miser was never loved. But Santa loved Snow Miser. Santa loves! Father Winter loves Jack Frost more than Snow Miser. Father Time loves Baby New Year's more than Heat Miser. No wonder they're Mama's boys. Mama loves! Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July, 1979.
Evil dragons! Oh, no, please, stop! Oh, my sweet, merciful jelly beans! The evil wizard is awake! Oh, my fluoride, he wants to murder Santa! Somebody do something! What is that? What is that? Is that an ice cave demon face? Oh, his voice echoes! Oh, no, not the echo! What is that awful sound effect? No, why? Oh.
This. I never made it through this one when I was but a wee lass. It must have been the last one on our VHS, and the Some of that opening, man. The opening to this movie, man. It scarred baby Michaela. It scarred her good. Very scary. Okay. So there's this womanly figure who is the physical incarnation of the magical power that is the Aurora Borealis. And she trapped an evil ice warlock in slumber to keep him from exacting evil on the inhabitants of the North Pole. While the wizards conked out, Santa comes to the North Pole, fleeing the law from the whole Santa Claus is coming to town ordeal, wins the hearts of the people, yada yada yada. Borealis' power is weakening. The wizard Winterbolt wakes up, goes, "Gah! Who's the Santa man running my kingdom?" His ice cave genie is like,
"You Santa, have your dragons make a blizzard so that he'll crash and die on Christmas Eve."
Winterbolt's like, "Great idea!" Aurora Borealis lady's like, "Oh no, I'm dying. Yo, baby reindeer, take my power. It'll make your nose glow so that you can thwart Evil Iceman's plan. Just don't do anything bad with it or you'll lose it forever. Okay, bye." Rudolph is like, bleh, because he just got born. Santa goes through a jerk phase, probably because of his diet. Rudolph meets a dentist. Unknowingly thwarts Winterbolt's plan, goes to save a baby with big ears, comes back, then probably passes out for like a year. Now we can start the story.
Our narrator is Santa Claus himself.
One day, Rudolph's nose starts to go out, even though it's not directly connected to a wrongdoing. So we've already thrown our world-building rule out the window. Good start. Rudolph thinks he recalls something about his nose.
Something a pretty lady once whispered to me.
Rudolph? Buddy? You okay? Then a flying ice cream man appears. I want one. I want a flying ice cream man. "Oh no, I'm in love and my fiancé's circus is shutting down," says the flying ice cream man. Oh, is this where the story's going? I must admit, I was not expecting that. Maybe an epic struggle between good and evil magical forces, you know? But with the whole crazy introduction with wizards and warlocks and whatnot? No? The circus shutting down, you say? Well, what are we waiting for? So Rudolph is to become the star attraction of the circus to keep it from going out of business. Meanwhile, Winterbolt knows that he has to get Rudolph to do bad so that his nose goes out. How does he know this? Where did he learn this detail? I don't know. Magic! Magic is when... Or you could just stab him. I mean, you can teleport. You can just teleport and stab him. I mean, to cut to the point, you can just teleport and stab Santa. Just logic, efficiency. Come on. You got this. So Winterbolt finds a reject reindeer, Scratcher, and... Oh, burn it! Burn it! Oh, that oversized rat gave me nightmares as a child. Oh, I remember him from my dreams. And oh, boy, are my dreams whack. Burn it! Pickle it! Take it away! Scratcher's gonna go Benedict Arnold and pull a 180 on poor Rudolph to deceive and tempt the boy into darkness. Oh, and Winterbolt's got flying snakes. I think he murdered the Winter Warlock and stole his magic feed cord. We see a lot of cameos in this special, but no Winter. No Winter. Then Santa and Mrs. Claus go to see the circus and get caught in a tornado. Santa cries out, "If only Rudolph were here!" How would he help? He's tiny. So Scratcher.
"Hey, Rudolph, light up this office, will you? 'Kay, thanks. Take this briefcase to that police officer. 'Kay, thanks."
"Rudolph, my money briefcase was robbed."
"Oh, fiddlesticks."
We never see Scratcher again. Think Winterbolt ate him. "If you don't say you're guilty, I'll make the Frosties melt." Oh yeah, Frosty, Crystal, and Spawn. They've been here the whole time. Haven't done anything. They got these frost amulets from Winterbolt so they could go see the circus. Frosty and family serve no purpose in this special. Their purpose is to be hostages. They only turn into hostages over an hour into the movie. Over an hour. No purpose, only hostages. How do you feel about that, Frosty?
F.
Whoa! Sheesh! Man, what? Oh my gosh! Then Frosty goes up to Winterbolt. "Kill me! Rudolph's nose must glow! He's nothing without it!" Wow. So Frosty trades his hat for Rudolph's nose. He dies so that Rudolph's nose can glow. Why does it need to glow? Makes his whole family go into mourning. Rudolph's nose doesn't glow, of course, because Winterbolt is a liar. Rudolph steals the hat back, Frosty's alive, and the good deed cancels out the bad. Borealis, you left out that detail. And his nose glows. Winterbolt's scepter is broken, and he turns into a tree.
No! When the scepter dies, I go too. I turn. I turn into a tree.
was not established. This was not established! This was not established! Then the Frosties melt and die. Jack Frost shows up on Big Ben and freezes them again. Then Santa! He and the missus have been stuck in a tornado for days. Are they not traumatized? Are they not starving? Are they, well, get these lovely elderberries some food, someone? Anyone? Please? Yeah, this one is long. It's an hour and a half. There are way too many songs. Frosty is still a terrible character with no agency other than worrying about his own death. The circus is weird and just a total non sequitur. I'm just confused. They even sang the entire Misfits song again. There's a ton of callbacks to previous specials. It really doesn't have much to go on to make it unique. And it's whack. No. We've done Rudolph and New Year's and Circus Santa's got Seal Origins. We've got Miser Fever Dreams and we've got Sad Orphans and Donkeys and now we're gonna shove more down my gullet. Shove Christmas down my gullet. Shove it down my gullet. Pinocchio's Christmas, 1980. Totally forgot about this one. This felt like revisiting a fever dream I had when I was like 5. I was like, I remember that.
I don't think there's a narrator. For Pinocchio's Christmas. Somebody had a stroke that day and just forgot about the narrator. I'm worried about them. Where did the narrator go? What's going on?
You like Pinocchio? You like Christmas? No? You weren't supposed to answer no. I didn't plan for no. I don't know what to do now. So Geppetto goes, oh, it's almost Christmas. Here's a math book, my boy. Pinocchio goes, oh, what whimsy. Oh, it's almost Christmas. I'll sell this math book to buy my dad a present. Oh, that's sweet. He's trying. Oh, so close, buddy. If you plant your money, it'll grow into a money tree. Wow! Unless you've played hooky, then it disappears. What a highly specific caveat that I wish someone had informed me of sooner.
I'll give you money if you join my puppet show.
I trust you implicitly. Pinocchio joins a puppet show and imprints or something on an inanimate puppet named Giulietta. Kid really needs a friend, I think. I like Giulietta. I'm gonna change this puppet into an old man for my Christmas programming. Pinocchio goes into an existential panic and runs into an enchanted forest. He's holding this inanimate puppet friend just alone in the world. I know you're not real. I know that. I just thought maybe in this world where life seems to be birthed only to die, the living sleep and the dying maybe life might come upon you as it did for me. Now I live, if I even live at all. Knows the terror you feel when you look down at your arms just to see woodwork of a coffin rather than the glowing blood of the living. I can consider myself to belong. My body once a living tree now lies cold and stiff and dead as I naively cling to this so-called half-life. You know, my mannequin friend, I used to be a sentient tree. They cut me down, sold me for kindling. Was about to be burned, but they started carving me instead. It tickled. Better than screams of agony. Questions. Why was the tree sentient? Did the entire tree contain a single cohesive sentience, or did each portion of the tree contain distinct burgeoning consciousnesses? Is every tree in this enchanted forest sentient? How many of Pinocchio's brothers and sisters were burned to death in the homes of these villagers? Did Geppetto correctly gender the piece of sentient wood he ultimately carved into a living being? Is bark not skin? Why could Pinocchio audibly laugh without a mouth, but could only audibly form words when a mouth was physically carved into him later on? Finish me! So the fairy Azura comes to the forest. Pinocchio's like, I just wanted to buy my dad a Christmas present. Azura's like, oh my gosh. Pinocchio, you're not a bad kid. You're just a fool. Pinocchio sent away, gets kidnapped, gifted as a present to rich kids, sings a song about love, saves the family, then goes home. Meanwhile, the puppeteer dumped a replica Pinocchio on the streets, which Geppetto finds and believes to be his dead son. So Geppetto is deep in mourning. My gosh. Pinocchio returns, Azura brings Giulietta to lie, and they all have oatmeal for Christmas. Italy.
Want me to bean him with this?
No.
The Leprechaun's Christmas Gold, 1981. The Leprechaun's Christmas Gold. The Leprechaun's Christmas Gold. The Leprechaun's Christmas Gold? Leprechauns? Christmas? What?
Our narrator is Killicalarney. Blarney Killicalarney.
We got a man. What's his name? I don't know. I don't care. He doesn't matter. Man's got a captain. Go get me a tree for Christmas off to Toyland. Oi, That will do. So the man goes and, oh, this island's full of leprechauns. Then he pulls up a tree and releases a lich. Why? Why would you do that? Why? So the man and the leprechaun have tea, and the leprechaun tells us the story of the island of leprechauns. Leprechauns dig up gold, you see. We put it underground in the night and cover it in the moons with clovers on top. We got a lot of gold underground as sparkles like, but the rainbows keep getting attracted to it, so we have to blow them away from our underground gold. What do you do with all that gold? We put it underground, you daft laddie. Are you deaf as well as daft, like? Want me to strip you down to your boxes and have a 1-2 just there how all you're like all confused like What? So this lich she comes round. My life force is tied to gold, she says. Please can I have some gold to save me life, she says. Promise on me mum that I won't steal any, she says. It's part of the litty way that the gold has to be given a free will, she says. Also, I can't stop crying because that's just part of the way my litty DNA it works, like, she says. It's really quite a miserable existence, she says. Please can I have some gold, she says. No, I says. No, and away with you, lich. And the lich goes, wow, I'm going to separate you all from the rest of Ireland because, gee, they don't deserve to be on the same island, she says. Then we're all on the island out here and the lich uses her litchy powers and tricks me wife. Lich turns into an angel-like figure and she says, don't you know that gold is evil? And me wife of mine goes, stop mining gold, and kicks me out. I'm the only leprechaun left mining the gold. How are we supposed to go on if I'm the only one mining the gold? But luckily we got a plan, we leprechauns did, and we got fodder. Why do you need gold? He says. So I'll die and turn into tears without gold, she says. Oh, I don't believe you, he says. What do you mean you don't believe me, she says. It's not a very complicated sentence, he says. There's a lot of implication in that there sentence, she says. I don't like what you're implying by implying that I've been implying things, he says. What? She says. Oh, never mind, he says. You won't turn into tears, he says. I've only got a day left to live before I turn into tears without gold, she says. Yeah, right, he says. I mean, I can also do it on command if you want me to, fodder. It's just to tell you won't be able to turn back if I don't get me some gifted gold by the end of the year, she says. Yeah, right, he says. Watch me, she says. And she turns into tears and we blug her up with a pine cone which grows into a tree. And we've been rid of that lich for years. And he go and pull up the lich tree. And now she wants me gold again. And how'd she live for years as tears if her time had already run out after her day? Shut your shamrock defiling mouth. Not another word. So the lich poisons the leprechaun, which makes him want to give away all his gold. But he gives it to the man instead. So the lich turns into an ooh la la. Man gives the ooh la la the gold, but the sun comes up before she can reach it, so she dies. Why? Why is this leprechaun story tied to Christmas? Why did we just kill an old woman because her biology demanded that she be given even just a single gold coin a year to stay alive? Why was... Oh, now we're sailing back to Ireland with the gold-hoarding leprechauns. Oh, okay. Yup. I'm so done. Are we done? Can we be done? I can't keep doing this. Can we stop? Are we done? We're not done. Wait, does that mean we're not done? Sorry, I shouldn't have posed that question in the negative. We're not done. How many more? Oh, thank God. Which one's left? Oh, boy. The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, 1985. Do you know what Christmas needs? More fae folk and discussions of the consequences of mortality and impending death. And war. Christmas needs more war. Right, Christmas. We come to the forest of Burzee, a land of myth and magic where the mortal foot has never tread. And a truly epic introductory song plays while the wood nymphs and wind demons and elven queens and deities of old come to hold a meeting with the great... Why? Santa is dying!
Santa is dying!
Why? So, proposes to make Santa an immortal. To which all the gathered fae folk declare,
Heresy, heresy, you are an heresy, not your kringle, our immortal legacy. Mortals have leprosy, we are in jeopardy, terribly carelessly cast out your charity. Heresy, heresy, immortal purity.
Brushes off these sentiments that millennia-long immortal mortal segregation have cultivated,
and tells us the tale of Santa Claus, and why he should be allowed to become immortal, even though he's fated to die that very night. Oh my gosh, we're on a time limit here. Why didn't you hold this conference, at minimum a week ago? You're really pushing time. Better make this story short and sweet. Summarize. Not like me. Boy, this script is really long. Finds an abandoned baby. Solution? Give it to a lion. Shiegra, this is your baby. You're going to be Mama Shiegra now. Oh, yes! Great. I'm going to be the best mother ever. Don't you worry. I'll take care of him and make sure he gets plenty of food and well-balanced human-approved diet. Oh, and he'll receive the best of animal, fae, and human education. This is going to be the most successful boy in the world. Oh, I am pumped and so ready to be a mom.
Wait, I want it. I want a baby! Yo, I call dibs on baby!
Where is that twig-legged, spindle-brained, manic pixie kidnapping daughter of an undergrown log and mound of half-eaten termite hill robber, child of lictor, slayer of a mother's love, soon-to-be nourishment for fungus and insects and vultures and all manners of decomposers in this mystical forest, beautiful and never-ending circle of life, but more specifically at this moment, circle of death?
Right. Shiegra. Well, Necile did kidnap the baby, so she'd best raise it.
Mother Nature!
So Shiegra is screwed over in the custody hearing because of speciesism, but gets to be the official baby protector. And Claus grows up laughing and playing in the magic forest. Then comes around. Claus, it's time I traumatize your young mind by showing you the horrors of the mortal world which we've completely hidden from you up until this point. Because your days of mooching off of our enchanted kingdom are over and you've got to go, Sonny. Okay. Goodbye, Mother.
Mother!
Yeah, Mother, my feline rump, the lousy eyelash fluttering great suck up pretty face. Can't even fell a gazelle, tiny hip skirt, swing a delicate fairy, kidnapping son of a... See? Bad. That one just died. You're gonna die too. But not me! I've got antlers! So Claus decides, I'm going to go live with the mortals to change their ways. He leaves with his friend Tingler, who speaks lots of languages.
Hello. Tweet, tweet. Nice to meet you. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Oops, what language am I speaking? Estoy hablando francés o quechua. How are you? I don't know what I'm saying. Languages are weird. Meow, meow, meow.
That's not how code switching works. And he also brings Shiegra.
Yeah, that's right. Who's best mom now? Twinkle-eyed, turkey-brained, clothes-wearing, child-stealing dream wrecker? Oh, is it this mom whose son chose her to go live with him in the mortal world for the rest of his life while he leaves you behind to never really see you again regularly, huh? Yeah, that's right. Maybe next time, don't steal babies!
So Claus goes off to change the mortal world. How? By doing nothing. By living in a cabin by himself until he's old and bearded. Very effective. A kid collapses outside the cabin, as they tend to do. Claus invents the toy, gives it to the kid, then is immediately mobbed by kids demanding that they get one too. This movie gets children. But of course, this positive attention from the children incurs the wrath of the Ogwas. They're the species who don't like happy kids. Solution? Kidnap Santa and threaten with death. Well, yeah, no, that'll work, yeah. So what does Santa do? Nothing. Some immortals come and rescue him. Santa goes back to giving toys to children, but the invisible Ogwas steal the toys. Oh! So what does Santa do? Nothing. Just nothing. Lets it happen. King goes to confront the Ogwas. You stole my weird mortal son's toys. You're gonna get it. So the immortals declare an all-out war against the Ogwa race because they stole Santa's toys. And kidnapped him, but only once. Then things get serious. Prepares for war. He apologizes to his great silver axe for having to call upon it to shed blood once again.
Great silver axe. I am sorry I have to call upon you. But this war cannot be avoided. Cut well, great axe.
Oh, man. Santa sheds a single tear as he watches his immortal family march off to a battle they refuse to let him fight in. And it is a pretty epic and gruesome battle over Santa Claus. One Ogwa catches a branch thrown at him by an immortal, melts, turns into a flower, and then withers. Some crow. Some of these guys explode, others just burn to a crisp. The great announces their victory to Santa. Don't worry, all the Ogwas have perished. I'm not exaggerating.
The Ogwas have perished.
Went genocidal on his son's bullies because they stole his toys. Santa, run! At this point, Claus is obviously just trying to get out of this whole toy delivering deal. He's seen what the immortals do when things don't go their way, and he is trying to duck out of their influence at every given opportunity. Oh no, the sleigh is too heavy. Guess I'll just stay home. Well, use these reindeer. Locked, no one's answering. Oh, well. better go home.
Go down the chimney.
Well,
actually, about those reindeer, best use them only on Christmas Eve.
Not enough time till Christmas to make all those toys. Ha ha ha. I mean, oh, guess I'm not going.
No, I found the toys the Aguas stole while we were pillaging their now empty homelands.
At least one day, death will set me free.
Blanket of immortality for a mortal son! Santa's complete lack of agency and hesitation to overcome even the smallest of obstacles convinces the Immortal Council to grant him immortality. Because likes him and won't let him die.
Oh my gosh, please tell me that's it.
Is that it?
Please tell me I'm done.
At least of the classics, right?
Are we done? I was thinking, there's no way this is getting done by Christmas. Was this done by Christmas? Like the whole thing?
I watched every single Rankin Bass holiday special 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Quick summary. These are a crazy collection of specials. Some of them are honestly quite good, just filled to the brim with whimsy and charm.
Others are bad.
Some are just kind of middle-ish, I can't decide. And others are amazing because whack!
Let me break it down for you.
Yes, watch. This is good. Very charming and whimsical. Check it out, I say. Obviously nothing spectacular, but very good.
No.
Bad.
Boring.
No. I can't decide. Maybe some whack, maybe some charm, maybe a lot bad.
Watch for whack. There's a lot.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Watch for whack.
The Little Drummer Boy.
Horrifying but sweet.
Frosty the Snowman.
No.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yes, watch.
The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Watch for whack.
'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Whack, then sweet.
The First Christmas, the story of the first Christmas snow.
No.
Rudolph's Shiny New Year.
Yes, watch.
The Little Drummer Boy Book
Frosty's
2. Winter Wonderland.
Nestor,
the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey.
No.
The Stingiest Man in Town.
Music, okay, it's Dickens, I don't know.
Jack Frost.
Yes, watch.
Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July.
Some whack, but long.
Pinocchio's Christmas.
Yes, watch.
The Leprechaun's Christmas Gold.
Watch for whack.
The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus.
Watch for whack. I'd say top 3, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Jack Frost, and Rudolph's Shiny New Year. All good. All fun. All whimsical. All a good amount of whack. And in the bottom 3, we got The First Christmas, the story of the first Christmas snow.
What even is that title?
The Little Drummer Boy Book 2, and Frosty the Snowman. If you like these ones, yeah, I get that. There's some good stuff in them. I don't like them. They're bad. Okay, no more stop motion, no more stilted acting, no more narrators, no more writing. Oh my gosh. The script is over 12,700 words long. That's like a fourth of NaNoWriMo. I don't know how you pronounce it. I could have written a book. My brother wrote a book. I did this. I'll try to write a 13,000 word script. I'll try to record it over the course of 2 days, 3 days. Things go. Oh gosh, I don't know. Oh, this is gonna take forever to draw. Oh, I haven't even edited the sound or edited the I've got to find the clips of the people saying the weird things, and I gotta figure out how to record it, which I think I finally figured out. Why is my computer so slow? My computer takes forever to edit. I need a new computer because it's so, and then if it crashes it takes 15 minutes to get up again. It takes like 2 minutes to open up a file just to look and see if it's the right one. This is not good for healthy holidays.
I love Rankin Bass. I love Rankin Bass animation. I'm so happy! Please, you gotta subscribe to Oblivial if you want to see more charming, unnerving, and unholy holiday classics.
I'm gonna go home now. You're gonna be okay. You're doing good. Thanks for watching. Go. I think it's over now. Go home. Go away.
You hope, we hope, and I'll hurry.
Da-da-da-da.
You pray,
we pray,
and I'll play.
Da-da-da-da.
We'll do what's necessary, 'cause even a miracle needs a hand.
It's raining sunshine.
We're a couple of misfits.
It's raining sunshine.
A goose in a gaggle never gives a giggle. Why can't the animals smile?
For the golden gold of Ireland, nobody's
Christmas
ever
in
seen.
Killarney with all of the folks at home.
Laugh and make somebody
Turn
cry.
back the years. Holly ho. holly ho ho ho, holly ho,
Immortality.
Save a little Christmas.
It was the year without a Santa Claus, the worst we've ever had.
They call me Heat Miser.
Have a happy new year. Put one foot in front of the other.
I'm too much.
And soon you'll be walking off the door.
Don't let the
parade pass you by.
Money, money, money makes you poor or makes you rich.
I hoped you wouldn't bother. Oh my, oh my.
There's the rub.
It's just what I always wanted, a Christmas delight. We want to wake up to a big surprise. Big surprise. A wooden cat with yellow-green eyes. Yellow-green eyes. Gonna get lucky, knock on wood. Knock on wood, knock on wood. Gonna get lucky, knock on wood. Gonna be rich and famous. Immortality, immortality, immortality.